How's it going? Been about a week or two since last filmed a YouTube video, so I thought, you know what, why not pick the camera up and film something. I'll be honest with you, I do not know what the plan is today. Currently in Manchester, Loz is away for the night on a bit of a girls' weekend. It's just me and Buddy. Not sure where we're going to sleep tonight. We're going to have to scout out a new parking spot. Stayed here last night. Don't think I'm going to stay here again. I'm outside a park at the minute, on down a country lane. I'll show you on the camera where I'm parked. This is where I currently parked last night. So yeah, got some filming on going down there. Been an alright spot, it's been fine. A bit busy though now, so I'm going to leave. I can honestly say there is no plan for this video. We're just going to see where it goes. Like I said, we need to find a new parking space, perhaps get some food, cook tonight. Let's just see where let's just see what happens. Let's just see what the chat is, you know what I mean? But sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm not going to film something because not got much going on, and then sometimes you think, what the hell, let's just do it. So let's just do it. The only thing about having a dog when you're on wet food for a dog, I've tried dry food. He didn't get on with dry food. If you get easily feel a bit nauseous with certain smells, sometimes this dog food just hits me and I'm like, bleh. Not too bad today. It must be a different type of flavour that is disgusting. If you feed your dog raw food, that would be quite hard to maintain living in a van, partly because anything it touches has got to get washed immediately, a bit like this spoon. There you go, buds. I think this one's chicken. Enjoy. Electric toothbrush living in the van. It's battery powered, isn't it? I also need to get a new laptop cable. Right, just need to pack everything up, because if you do live in a van, you know that when you drive away, if stuff isn't like battened down, it is coming and it is flying about. So I put a bungee over the cupboard door. It's not pretty, but it stops them opening. It took me 2 years to think about that. Kettle will have to go down. The amount of times I've driven off not taking this stuff off the shelf is ridiculous. Right, let's go. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn around down here. Oh shit. I can't turn around. Doing a bit of HCV driving means that when it comes to these situations, you don't panic, because you can do it in a big truck. You should be able to do it in a small van. It is quite tight though, I must admit. A load of people will just walk past the back of the van, and you would think, you know, if you were helpful, you'd be like, tell you what mate, I'll watch your back end as you off. It would be like, you know what mate, I'll watch your back end for you, I'll reverse you in, don't worry, I'll let you know if you're going to hit anything. Nah, nothing. Right, to the petrol station. Oh, one thing having a dog in a van, it's a weekly job, and it is cleaning up dog hair. It just gets everywhere. That's all hoovered out. Putting that there. I like sitting in the front. I don't know why. I just prefer it sometimes. The plan, right? Why not try and free camp in the centre of Manchester? It's Saturday night. It's going to be loud, but let's just have the challenge of finding somewhere decent to park up, stealth camp in the middle of Manchester. Try not to get killed. Yeah, let's do it. That's the plan. So we're a mile or two outside the city centre right now. I want to go into the city centre. Probably going to have to hotspot from retail park to retail park, but you get like 3 hours in each one, just because I don't want to pay to park, but at the same time need to scout out somewhere to stay as central as possible, because that's why not like make that part of the challenge. It's going to be like on a back street in Deansgate, and it's just going to be, oh, I don't know if we're asking for a bit of trouble, to be honest, but let's just do it. Let's just find out if we can do it. Got Buddy for protection. You'll protect me, won't you? Having a bit of a vegetarian's ploughman's lunch kind of thing at the minute. So do that, watch a bit of TV, and head into Manchester. Up, and I'm on Deansgate, central, fucking slap bang in the middle of Manchester. It cost me £3 to pay to park, sorry, and then it's free after 8 PM. Street parking, I'll show you in a minute, but this road over my shoulder, probably just make it out. That's Deansgate. We're in for a I don't know what we're in for. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why not? Right, I think get a cup of tea on. I'll show you where we parked. I'm just gonna chill in here for the next 3 hours. Then you've got to go after 3 hours. You're not allowed back for 60 minutes before you can repark, but 3 hours time, it's almost going to be 7 o'clock. It's free after 8 o'clock. I'm hoping that the Manchester Council ticket police aren't still working at that time. I don't know. Show you where we are, and let's get a brew on. Straight away, you've got the Hilton. That's Deansgate along there. That's where we're parked. Really stealthy. Right, one thing I'm going to crack on with is blocking out these windows. So yes, it's not completely blackout, but it's going to block the light. So I know it's not even dark yet, but I want to get all the windows covered up. Let's get the lights on full brightness. There we go. So that is the side window with the blackout sort of like material on it. There we go. I'm just going to put that over there. That's that one done there. Obviously with the pink towel over it, just for added protection. Just need to, what I'm going to do as well is block the cab off with the blackout curtain when the time comes. For now I'm just going to leave it, it's fine. Just going to make a coffee, crack the laptop open, just chill out for the next hour or two. So see you in a few hours. Right, I'm going to have to move, not because it's don't feel comfortable here or anything, but I just can't get a signal on the mobile Wi-Fi device. I don't know if it's because I'm between two really high like structures, or I don't know, but I can't be in a position all night and not have Wi-Fi. That's just ridiculous. So get YouTube on here. Well, I'm not going to be operating it as I'm driving, but I'm going to just see if it loads. And also, because I've not got a strength bar indicator for this Wi-Fi device, I've just got a light, which is either green, amber or red. If it's green, it's great. Amber's not great. Red's obviously terrible. It's green at the minute, but I'm not getting anything through, so that obviously is not a brilliant indicator. So, I mean, it might be literally down this street. I'm also thinking as well, have I chosen this spot a bit too soon? It is a little bit vulnerable here, I must admit. You've got the clubs there. It doesn't look too bad down here. I'm going to go down here, see what it looks like. I'm quite familiar with this area of Manchester. Like before, for a few years ago, sorry, I used to work here as a railway technician for the Metrolink. So I got to know the city quite well and worked at night doing maintenance and stuff. But, you know, over here, obviously we've got homeless people camping. Not saying that they're going to be an issue, but going off experience, you don't want to be camping next to them. Not being derogatory or anything like that, but I just don't want that. So this is round the corner from where I've just left off, so I already knew that they lived in these grounds anyway, I just hadn't seen them. It's unfortunate. You know what, some of them are really good as well. It's just my personal feelings on a Friday, Saturday night. It might not be them, it might be the people they're hanging around with. I just don't want to be near that. Don't want to be too close to that. So let's move on, see what else we can see. We are parked up, aren't we, buds? We've got signal. We've actually just come probably about, as the crow flies, 250 metres. Still parallel to Deansgate. A little bit further set back, and definitely around some nice terracing, sort of businessing and housing. Like, it's funny when you drive around and you see the different types of people that there are in Manchester, and I'm talking more on the criminal side of things. As I've pulled into this location now, just let this guy go past. As I pulled into this location now, there's a guy looking at me, 2 cars in front like I'm an alien. I think he's with someone else in a Beamer, and his Mercedes is in front of me, so I think he might have just been overly concerned that I was going to hit his car as I was pulling in. not being prejudiced or anything like that, but they don't look like the type of people you want to have a bump with. They look like they might be involved with some other type of work that isn't legal, but that's just my opinion. This is not something that, like, an area where we would ever come to park unless for some reason we absolutely had to. Just wouldn't do it. We park where we know is safe and stuff like that. And I'm not saying this isn't safe, but it's when you, not just because I'm ex-military, I'm a former soldier, but you know, you are, when you've been in the military, when you've been a soldier, you are trained to look at what might be a potential threat and, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it's quite, you can easily find yourself in that, switching to that mode, even when you've left the forces. And you know, that might sound absolutely pathetic, sat in a camper van on Deansgate, who wants anything to do with you, but sometimes you just can't help it. Like, I just replayed that clip that I filmed and that you've just seen. That guy walked past the van, did a U-turn, a double take, and he clocked me. Why did he clock me? Is it because he saw my phone out recording? Maybe. And then he came past the van and he's driven off. But for me, if I wasn't like just doing this for a video tonight, staying here just for the shits and gigs and to see what it's like, I would be off. Now that'd be enough for me. I'd be like, that dude's clocked me, loz, we're gonna move somewhere else. Sounds a bit dramatic, but that was more of a more exposure than sort of like I was comfortable with. But you're probably thinking, what are you talking about? You do you know what I mean? In this soldier mode whilst you're in a camper van, I'm not going down that route. I'm not like one of these ex-squaddies who like lives and breathes it. But you have been trained to think a little bit more of what is a potential threat. And you know what? I do it anyway, wherever we park, even in safe places. Even if it's just like a little 1 minute, 2 minute risk assessment in my head. Yeah, we've come in there, we can get out there, or we can get out there. Last 5 minutes of not really seeing people in here who I think are dodgy or up to no good. The telltale signs on the floor that there's nothing untoward happening here. I think we're going to be okay here. And I just do that in my head in about 2 minutes or 1 minute. And yeah. But we probably all do something like that. We probably all have a tick list, don't we? I'm just talking shit. Hey, at least we got signal. What do you reckon? Bit of Netflix? We are, we're all set. We're all, get that curtain up there. We've got the blackout curtain up at the front. The windows are blacked out. We've got the CCTV on live stream on the old iPad. So I can keep that running constantly if I want to, or it will just alert me when there's movement at the van, which is obviously going to be quite a lot because there's going to be a lot of people walking about. That's what it looks like, if you can see that on the camera. But yeah, it's just like a live feed 12 volt CCTV camera on the front. Got good night vision on it as well. You look like you're ready for your tea, so we'll have your tea. You'll have your tea. Need to go out and get some milk because we've run out of milk, so I need milk for tea and coffee and take it from there. So yeah.
Que seuls les gens du pays connaissent.
So just been out round onto Deansgate with Buddy. Typical Saturday night in Manchester. Hen do's, stag do's, a protest. Well, right next to Palace Theatre as well, so there's obviously a big show on. I think it's called Jersey Boys. The whole place is just rammed. It's rammed. But we are completely blacked out now. Gonna cook tea, ease asleep. Gonna get on the laptop for a bit, and we'll probably do one last walk before bed, before we get some sleep and that. Hopefully, I mean, it is loud, it's noisy, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a light sleeper, you won't be able to do this at all, but hopefully no one banging on the van or anything like that. So see how it goes. Let's have some food. We're having, literally, my go-to quick meal is toast, which is always cooked unevenly, tin of beans, and maybe a poached egg on top, something like that. Real throw together tea. Right, it is, what time is it? It is right 10 to 11 at night. It's been pouring it down with rain. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get a shower. So we've got a shower in the van, but the water drains straight out onto the floor unless you like put a container in to like catch it. That was a glass just smashed. What the fuck? So literally within the last hour, the noise has just gone like that. The police sat, a car went past the van so fast it wobbled. What is that? I can hear everyone's conversation who's walking past the van. The dog's doing great though, I've got to give him credit. It shows you how well he's adapted. All these noises and stuff, he's not even bothered about it. Hoping I do get some sleep. I have got a night shift booked tomorrow, so it would be nice to get some sleep. But I suppose it would get me into the swing of being up at night, wouldn't it? Who knows? Right, let's do it. Let's go out for a walk. Right, ready for bed, as in the pyjamas are on. Look at them bad boys. The dog's just decided to put his muddy paws on the top. Great. But yeah, come for a walk, back in, and the film's going on. Buddy, there's no point putting Buddy in his bed tonight. He knows that when one person's not here, like if I'm doing like a night shift or a late shift and Loz is in bed by herself, he knows that's where he's getting in bed. So yeah, he's not going to be moving, but I'm happy with that. I've got the CCTV camera live streaming up there just in case I want to check it out. That's currently looking on the dash out of the window. It's a bit hard to see with the glare from the camera, but just a little bonus feature of putting a camera in the van. So yeah, all sorted, ready to go to bed. Fingers crossed that this camera don't come back on until tomorrow morning. So it's in a bit. Right, survived, easy. You know what, the weather was in our favour. It rained all night, so it was pretty quiet after about 2 AM. So yeah, camping in the centre of Manchester, pretty easy. Yeah, wasn't bad at all. Didn't have any bother or any trouble. Just a lot of police sirens and all that sort of usual stuff. But yeah, thought something interesting might have happened that I'd have to get the camera out for, make it a bit more juicy for you to watch. But how it is, isn't it? Right, anyway, see you next time.